Investigators are trying to understand why a heavily armed man opened fire on a young pop star just as she finished what would become her final performance.
It is an incident, as I see it, that we can certainly classify as a domestic terror incident.
Our officer engaged in a gun battle with that suspect. The suspect at some point went back inside the club where more shots were fired.
What can you expect? You never think someone's just going to pull a gun out.
I've had to make statements like this too many times. We don't have all the facts, but we do know that, once again, innocent people were killed in part because someone who wanted to inflict harm had no trouble getting their hands on a gun. We've seen a national conversation commence, not only about the motivations behind these killings, but about everything from the merits of gun safety laws to the adequacy of our mental health system.
Do have the breaking news of a shooting at an elementary school in Newtown, Connecticut, and you heard that right. It is unthinkable. An elementary school, and the school is still on lockdown. SWAT teams have been on the scene. We have seen the images of the terrified children being whisked out of the school, led by their teachers, and taken to a fire station nearby.
It may be hard to comprehend the twisted logic that led to this tragedy. But this much we do know. No faith justifies these murderous and craven acts. No just and loving God looks upon them with favor. This, I think, is a day for prayer and reflection.
16, I got 7 down in theater 9. 7 down. I've got a child victim I need rescued at the back door of theater 9 now.
At some point, we as a country will have to reckon with the fact that this type of mass violence does not happen in other advanced countries. And at some point, it's going to be important for the American people to come to grips with it. And for us to be able to shift how we think about the issue of gun violence collectively.
We are just beginning to learn the names of a few of the victims.
Tell me where he is, okay? Find my son. I don't know where he is, okay? Somebody find him and call us. Tell him to call us.
Back is full of blood. I don't know if that matters or not. Full of what? Blood.
Police turned the back seats of their cruisers into makeshift ambulances. Today, inside dozens of hospital rooms, survivors struggle to make sense of all this.
Really calculated, definitely. It seemed very methodical, just the rate at which he was firing.
My life is forever changed and forever damaged.
We got to school, we did everything we needed to, and then we heard all this racket.
And I said, there are bad guys out there now, we need to wait for the good guys.
We've seen pictures of people just picking up.
There are a lot of people who wish it went off.
Those who were wounded and running them down the street to the hospital a couple blocks away. Did you see that?
I called some people that they had to fire department and people when they came out, they scattered. Like I went straight across, some people would come back, some people would delay. I guess the ones that would delay brought it down that way. Things came back this way. My best friend moved back somewhere. He was inside. He was one of the people that shot. And at the end, he got taken out. Someone eventually ended up driving him out. He was getting into the ambulance, and that's when I finally got cut.
Our unalienable right to life and liberty and the pursuit of happiness, those rights were stripped from college kids in Blacksburg and Santa Barbara and from high schoolers at Columbine and from first graders in Newtown. First graders. And from every family who never imagined that their loved one would be taken from our lives by a bullet from a gun. All of us need to demand a Congress brave enough to stand up to the gun lobby's lies. All of us need to stand up and protect its citizens.